Hi guys, and welcome how to make a basic video via iMovie, which I use. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm a semi-professional. I'm an ex-wedding photographer, video photographer, and I'm just learning as I'm going with the YouTube 4K. But what I'm looking and showing you is how to make little videos. This is a raw image of what I call a walk-by from an outside looking in. So you can see now where I've been and set the video up. It's actually coming through, and then I go out. You'll see me pick it up. But the point of making the movies is when you make the movies, and you see on all the TV and all the YouTube videos that are made, they make the videos where you do like a documentary where you see them cut and edit, and it flows, the video flows, so they're walking through a gate or they're walking past from a distance. This is the final cut now, you can see. I've actually taken out me coming and putting it together. I've took out me picking it up, and I'm just doing the walk by. So as soon as we go out the left hand side, that's it. That's the shot I wanted. Here's another one where we're setting up now where I want to do a walk through. So the walk through is where you're walking up to the camera and then walking through, but you've got to film it in two sections. So you do your first one where you walk ahead, set your camera up, go back, and then you walk through. So you just ignore the cameras if you're just walking, and that's the shot now. So I've come around the back, I'm going to grab the camera, turn it off, turn it to the new angle I want, start recording, walk behind the camera, and then walk into the camera. So this is two shots. This is the raw. When you put them together, all you do is edit the beginning and the end of each video, and then you just merge them together in iMovie. So you'll see me stop in a moment and start to walk back. So remember, the further out you walk, the further back you have to walk. So if you go on a 4-mile walk, you can end up doing a 5-mile walk by the time you've finished with all the walking back to pick up your camera and the different camera angles. If you're going for a 2-hour walk, you'll guarantee it's a 4-hour walk because it takes a lot of effort to do it. But I love to see the finished result. So here's a finished result. You tell me if it flows. There you go, straight through, look. So it looks like you've just done the walkthrough edit. It looks so professional when you do it. All I can say is if you've got an iPhone or you've got the MacBooks or anything, just use iMovie. I do love it. I think it's fantastic. Here's another shot where we're going to go for a walk. We're prepping for a walk. So this is going to do where you're going to see us getting ready. So we've set the camera up, jump in the van, shut the door, give it 5 seconds so I can edit it, and then from the final cut, which you'll see in a moment, is from where I open the door, and then all you're showing is yourself getting ready to go for the walk. So you're keeping the interest, so people are going to see what you're doing, excited about you getting ready, looking forward to what the video is. Here I come to get the video now. I'm going to turn it off, and then I want to get the walk away from the van. So you walk away from the van, you set it up at the angle you want, you walk back to the van, you walk out of sight, and then obviously then you shut the van, because which the van is already shut, then I'm all locked up. So all I've done is walk around the side of the van and then just walk around. So then you walk away. I'll end it about there because that was enough, because there was some bits going off. So you see me cut in, and now you're going to see the final cut. So this is, if you put it into the proper movie with all your other edited bits, this is the final. So obviously we jump out, just start to get ready. It only shows a bit of interest. The wife was taking a bit long, so I edited a little bit just till she jumped out. But that's the point where you do the snips, and then you catch the walking away when you walk around. And then I blended it out just about the lamppost. So it was about there. So you know, it's about the editing. You're only cutting the front and the back. Now, using fill-in bits is what I call, as if you're going out to keep people interested. If you go in a shop or a supermarket, just film snippets. You don't need massive long bits. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds max, and it just captures interest. So if you say, oh, we're just popping into this shop, you go in and you put them videos in like this. This is a story. So obviously we're getting ready to go out somewhere. So there we go, the food bag putting our shoes on. And you can edit this to whatever you want. You can do a little walk down the drive. You can put the key into the lock. You can do little things like that. Leading you in, right, is a bit more dramatic. I call this as lead-ins, up, high, down, low. So this one is the raw shot, where I'm trying to lead you in to then give you a wow shot at the end of it, which is the view. So obviously when you're walking, you know what's coming because we've been up to the gate. So we walk back down again, and then we walked up and filmed this just as a lead-in. You could do it in front with both of you. You could do it from an angle. You could put it on the gate, and you could walk up to the gate, and then you could then film you resting at the gate and then pan and tip to the view. So this is the final shot I did, where it comes straight round, and then you rest on the gate, and that's the impact shot I wanted. So strange angles, as I was saying, up high, down low, slow motion. You know, you want to do this type of stuff. So I like the down low, and the telescopic Osmo stick is really good for this because you can get right down to the grass. So this is a long cut, but I only wanted a little bit in the middle, which is this. This is the final cut, and it just makes it look like you're making haste where you're moving to start for the walk. This is one in a wood where we went down. This is a raw. It was quite long, but you don't have to use the full length of video. Remember, you're telling a story, so it's a bit like a book. They don't give you everything, saying there's a teacup and a mat and everything on the table. They just say she put the cup down on the table and picks up the paper. So you take the section. The reason this was cut out is because the red item on the right or the orange item there, it just ruined the shot. So all I did was pick the middle section and just did that little intro, and then I progressed it on. Now this, I like the wall. I love the wall, so I put the telescopic stick onto full extend, walking up the pavement, and we was going into the churchyard. So I poked it up over the wall and just gave a nice momentum to where you're going to go into next. On the actual video, we do go into the graveyard, and it goes into the stones and just walking around. So I edited that, but that was the raw cut. This one is where if you're going to make haste, so you put in the key in the ignition, but I did it twice, and I edited it to just do it once. Here's the final cut. Short and sharp, straight to the point, blends out. The kit I use is not that expensive. It's probably £1,800, £2,000, but I've built it up over a couple of years. So I've just bought things. The last thing I bought was this new Osmo stick, which is fantastic. I use it so much now. It's my favourite piece of kit. It covers 90% of the filming. I've got a large power bank that I use. It will charge my phones. It'll back up the drones. It will do everything. I can go out for a full day and hammer it. I've got an Osmo 3. So the Osmo, which is quite popular now, it gets really good. I've got the wide angle lens, and I've also got a little plug-in wind mic, and I've got the microphone that just plugs in. It goes into the iPhone at the bottom. Dead simple. I'm using that now, and I've also got the Wi-Fi adapter, so I can connect the Osmo to my iPhone and connect wirelessly and control it from a distance, which is really handy. That's the stand that came with it because I bought the kit, but the tripod that's on it was the one on the other one. I'll tell you that. I'll show you that in a moment. Oh, there, I've got it now. And the large one was on the little Osmo one, and the small one was on the big stand. It didn't seem right, so I swapped them over because they just screw off. This has got a built-in phone clamp, so you can actually put your phone on it and then stand it down. But when you extended it, it used to fall over on the small one. So I swapped them over, and it works great now. So I've got the big one on the tall and the small one on the bottom because it's quite low, which was really good. This actually takes the Osmo and the phone because it's got an adapter on it, the same as that one. Can just take your phone in that one as well on the clamp, and you've got full control, so it's really nice. But it's all adjustable. But when you're actually using it and you want to use it as a selfie stick, your distance is only about ½ a meter, which isn't really good because you want to use an angle that gives you at least 2 meters away to give you an outside looking in shot, as I call it. So this one, I made a little plate on the end, just a piece of aluminium, use a 2-pack glue, and then put a little camera mount on it with an adjustable camera, and now I get a telescopic selfie stick, and it gives me about 2 meters, so I can actually put it right away, and you get a really nice outside looking in shot. It really does work, and it's ever so light. The stick works the same. I can tip and tilt it. The Osmo will still fit in, so everything still works. All I've done is I've just mechanical engineered it into what I want and just changed it. So the Osmo can still go in. I can still use it, click it in, use it as an Osmo stick on that if I want to use it, which I don't really need too much. I use it as a second camera because my iPhone has got the 12 Plus Max with the big wide angle lens on it. That is detachable if I do want to use it back as the normal stick and it's in the way. But apart from that, it's just really good. You can undo the little key on it. I've just nipped it up a bit tight, but I can undo that and that'll tip down, and then you can put the Osmo in and still use it with the Osmo. It doesn't do a 360 right round because it's got a pan and head, so probably as your head turns from left shoulder to right shoulder, it'll pan and tilt and follow you, which is more than enough. So it's good for drive-bys, but with the iPhone 12 Plus Max and the wide angle lens, you can set it up and still get the same image on the iPhone 12, but it doesn't follow you, so that's the only difference. I can show you the difference on the stick. This is where we've got the outside looking in. So I've actually extended it now, which gives a lot better perspective, and it's really nice for high up shots. So you can walk down an alleyway, or you can walk down through a field or some hedges and you can get a really good angle, or you can drop it down low and do it off the ground. So it gives you a looking up. Angles are so good for filming, high, low, outside looking in, up high. They're really, I can't emphasize enough to just, you know, put some real feeling into the movie that you're making. So back to the stick. So the stick is my main tool. I use it a good 95% of the time. I take it everywhere with me when we go out. It does all the walks, does all the films that you've seen on my channel, which is Lily's Campervans Adventures. You probably found it because you're here now, because this video's on. But the stick is just really multi-adapt. So if you do get the Osmo, have a look and see if it adds it in for the kit to get the little Osmo tripod, because it's well worth the extra money. And if you're going to use an iPhone, just find a little camera bracket and just make something on the end, and just use a 2-pack glue. A bit of aluminium was quite good. They're really adaptable. I do love it. So the kit, as I said, is just this simple. I've got a waterproof foam cover that my iPhone goes in, and I'd use that for rain, or if I'm out, or underwater shots. I've only just got that, so I haven't actually done any filming with that yet. But as I said, the little tripod is good for low level shots. And then my main thing, which we use now and then, is the drone. You've seen a few shots. I'm not massive on it because I've been doing it all with the camera with my iPhone. But I've got the kit, so I bought the basic kit with 2 batteries. The drone is the Air 2, DJI Air 2. It's got follow me, circle, it's got track, it's got return home, so you never lose it. It's got all the safety things for the aviation flying, so if you're near any airports, it won't go above 500 meters, it stops. If you're out in the open and you can not near an airport, it'll go up to 4,000 feet. It'll be fantastic. You can fly about 2 miles from you, but you're supposed to keep it within eyesight. I use it for just close quarters or zoom aways and stuff. There's a few videos, if you look through, where we did the Paul Dorset run. I used it quite a few times. But I mean, it's nothing fancy. As I said, the kit, I built it up over about, probably just over a couple of years. I bought the drone about 18 months ago. I've just got the little tripod, and I've got the big tripod. They're my new ones, because I did use the selfie sticks, but they were only the cheap ones at like £5, and they weren't any good. So as you've probably seen my videos, they are getting a bit better. I'm trying to better myself and do better editing and better zoom in and out and better angles. But I feel I'm getting there. So I just wanted to pass on just to you beginners of how you can actually make better films, and how you can have a go at it and record your adventures when you go out, and have good videos to look back on with just some little tricks and tips. So this is the kit I've got. It's nothing fancy, but it works. So I haven't gone full scale like you'd spend. Some people spend 5 and 6, 10 grand, and I don't want to do that. I'm not that mad in it. So iMovie is really good. So I use the iPhone, and it comes with that. If you've got an iMac, you can use that, or you can use Final Cut. It's exactly the same process. Just trim the beginning, trim the end, and paste it together. So it's only the principle. All I'm really showing this video is angles and just, you know, little things to do. But anyway, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you again.